Morning, everybody.
Morning.
A voice from the wilderness. The sun's out again,
Yeah.
like it was yesterday. But yesterday, it all went downhill after the video, I'm afraid. Yesterday. And I nearly give up. I won't go into details. I had a lot of trouble yesterday. We finished up having to drive into
Llanidloss
to upload. Nothing went right. Oh.
It rained.
And then it rained. Pretty Pat got wet going to a fish and chip shop.
Co-op. I've spent a lot of money in Llanidloss over time we've been here, haven't we?
We have, yeah. Just us little two.
Yeah, buying things.
Put a few quid in the town, haven't we?
Yeah, different places out there.
Well, that's what you do though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And?
Yeah. So we didn't go anywhere yesterday, did we? It was raining.
By the time we'd done that, we were a bit frazzled, weren't we?
Frazzled, I was frazzled, I was.
So you were just going to come and do a bit of drawing, and I was just going to sit on bed and watch another video. And we did that for a bit, and then Graham came down, didn't he, and said, well, we're going for a coffee. So we did. We went for a coffee, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Calmed down somewhat.
Oh dear.
They were like a rabid bear, weren't you?
I was. Can't believe how many things could go wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, just... And Trevor were watching last night about John and Mandy, who were travelling round in a camper, and they've decided to get another camper, and I don't know whether they're going to go their own ways or whether they're going to...
I don't know quite.
...follow one another or what, but...
They've decided they can't stand sight of one another much.
Well, you're in so much close proximity in the van all the time, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, we've worked together when we were younger and spent a lot of time with one another. Even though we lived in a house, we still spent a lot of time with one another, didn't we? We didn't...
Yeah.
And we didn't sort of have friends that we went out with separately. If we went out, we always went together. So I think it's a little bit different for us, because we're older. But even I need my own space, and that's why Trevor goes on his little walks sometimes on his own, and it gives me a bit of space in camper that I can just, well, have it to myself, because you do need time to yourself, I think, don't you?
Mm.
Yeah, you think it works like that?
Yeah, I do. And also the layout of the van. This van suits the way we are. Yeah. Because you can be at that end watching what you want to watch on television. Yeah. And I'm over here, and with that speaker thing tucked round the corner there. Yeah, you don't. I can read. I can do what I want. So, in a way, it's only a confined space, but we have got a defined area where we can do what we want within the space. Yeah, I don't know. I suppose it's down to personalities. Yeah. I mean, even Trevor and I
can snap at one another on occasion, can't we?
Every now and again we do, yeah.
We're not.
Won't be human,
we're not
will
perfect. We, we're human, and humans get annoyed with one another or snap, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the way we are.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I just wonder what time it was.
You just want to touch me up. That's just an excuse.
Just to show you I love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's our little bit into it.
Yeah.
Don't know how other people feel about being together all the time. Obviously John and Mandy have got to breaking point.
Yeah.
With it.
Mind you, everybody will have an opinion about it, won't they?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any point saying anything about it. No doubt they'll get loads of comments. Perhaps a few of their subscribers might come across here.
Well, John might continue putting his videos up.
Don't be selfish.
Go on then, what's this, a letter?
This is changing the subject. Ooh. She's really good at that. Many years of practice. This was on the 8th of December, 66. When I was talking about the course in Bovington, that didn't happen. I said that there were another lad who were going with me on the same course, and he had a car, and he said he had to drive through Leeds to get home, and he'd give me a lift every weekend.
Oh.
But that never happened, because when I was in Bovington, I used to get on the bus 8 o'clock, and it used to get into Leeds at, I don't know, 1 in the morning or something, and then I used to walk from Leeds to your house. I used to get to your house about 2 o'clock in the morning. But I did that every weekend. Yeah. And when the course finishes in April, I'll be having 14 days leave. So I had a fortnight's leave after I'd finished the course. I think that did happen. Not 100% sure. I think it did.
You might find out later.
You might find out later in the letters, yeah. And yeah, the winters in Germany, well, in 1966, the winters were absolutely freezing. Funnily enough, because I'm talking here about being on guard, and I told you I'd probably freeze to death. I remember having one of these Parker things on with wire around the hood, and I used to close it up into a slit, walking around in freezing cold, raging snow. And I was talking to Graham about it, and we used to put a jar of antifreeze outside the guard room, and one of the duties of the guard was to keep checking the antifreeze during the night. And if it froze, which I only ever remember it doing once, it froze once, you had to go around and waken all the tank drivers up, and they had to get out of bed and go into the tank hangers and start the tank up. Yeah, it used to get, I think it was -10 was the antifreeze. But it used to go below that. I'm complaining about being fed up with work. Didn't realise work such long hours.
7:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m.
Yeah, 12 and a half hours. Last night I finished work and put my jeans and shirt on and fell asleep on the bed. Didn't wake up until 6 in the morning, all clothed.
Ready to go out, but he didn't get.
No. I put here as a, pardon me. Andy hasn't got a girlfriend. Excuse me while I choke to death.
He's got a rattle this morning.
Look away now. I most certainly will get a discharge.
Oh,
but it'll take time. Oh, I'm still going on about that.
Oh, were you kidding?
What? Well, what's going on in my head?
Well, you did get a discharge, didn't you, really?
Yeah, but I couldn't have foreseen those circumstances.
No.
I didn't know that that RSM that you were at Billcliff that you were on about. And I just do you remember Family Favourites? Da 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 da. It used to be on a Sunday lunchtime. On radio. Family Favourites, and they used to be in touch with all the BFPOs in Germany. They weren't allowed to give their address, so they give the BFPO number. I think I were in BFPO 30. And they used to, families used to send messages out to their loved ones, as we say, out in Germany. I think it was between 12 and 1. There used to be a lady in England and a bloke in Germany who introduced it.
Right.
I got a letter off my mother yesterday.
Oh.
And she asked me if I was writing to you.
Oh.
I never mentioned it the last time I wrote. Oh, so I must have wrote to me, mum.
All right.
Mum and Dad. I haven't got that card off you that you said you sent. That hasn't arrived. I put here about this last, that I am not meeting that girl because she asked me if I would take her to a dance on the 19th of December. I asked her why, especially the 19th, and she said her mother wouldn't let her out until then because she got drunk. And then I saw her at the pictures last night. So she was lying to me. So I told her to find somebody else.
Oh, all right.
I had standards, you see.
I had standards.
Fruity bit.
Oh.
And I put here, I received another letter from you this afternoon, so I thought I'd answer it.
All right.
You asked me how I managed to get my leave. I told the OC that I was prepared to run for the squadron this season, but since they were stopping my Christmas leave, I wouldn't run.
Blackmail! Oh, naughty boy.
I was quite a good runner then. I used to run for the army. I knew you wouldn't do anything behind my back when you were with Ian. So you're going to take that? Yeah, this job on a night.
Yeah.
Don't know what that job were about. Do you remember what it was?
No, I don't.
I used to do what I wanted before I met you, but now I toe the line. What I do now has a lot to do with you. I listen to you and do many things because of what you say. Frank Small isn't married to his girl. That's the one that's had a baby.
Had the baby.
Though he is going to have to. You see, that's what happened in them days, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is just an example of what happens when you go too far. We only have 14 days to wait.
Right.
My little darling. counting the days when I can hold you in my arms.
Oh.
I haven't told my mum I'm coming home yet because I wanted to tell you first. And you could never be a disappointment to me. And I believe every word you say. I love you very much. If the army try and stop me coming home now, they'll have a job on. As I'll go AWOL. AWOL means absent without leave. Very serious.
I'll have to...
Boxing Day, the thing about my mum and Boxing Day, I don't know. Look after yourself and don't forget who loves you the most. All my love, Trev, and loads of kisses. And P.S. Andy has got a girlfriend.
Oh, somewhere.
Yeah.
Quite a long letter, that.
Yeah, well it was.
You were
Two
answering
really.
two
letters.
Two of mine,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that job were at the, because I think my mum got a job doing some cooking at the Ford Green, I seem to remember.
All right.
And I think I were doing like prep work at one time.
Well, you were talking about getting dressed up to do it.
So it can't be in that then, can it?
No, I don't know.
Prep work.
I know
get
you
dressed up to do prep work.
Your mum did go for an interview for some kind of chef.
Yeah,
chef
she was
interview.
quite good at cooking and that. Taught me a lot of things.
Did you? I don't think I ever saw your mum cook.
No, she didn't then. I'm trying to think where it'd be. I mean, I would only be, is it too long?
17 minutes.
Oh, better.
And I've got my drawings. Have a think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did some more drawing yesterday afternoon. That's on here, so I better end. All right. Sorry, darling.
No, that's fine.
All right. So we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.